Coach, I know the two-game road swing there at Wichita State, Northern Iowa, didn't turn out the way you had hoped. You knew going in those are going to be two really tough games. Some overall thoughts on those two games and how the team performed?
Well, I thought at Wichita, really defensively, might have been as good as we've played all year. I think they shot 38%, and we did a better job on the glass. Could have done a better job, but had a few breakdowns that cost us. But overall, defensively, I thought we really played pretty well. And then on the offensive end, we didn't execute very good. We allowed their pressure in the half court, force us to make not only bad decisions and take care of the basketball, but we took some bad shots. And we talked about that. We worked on it, and then went to Northern Iowa. And they even though they're both really good defensive teams, they play a little different. But I thought we really executed better offensively at Northern Iowa. We missed some shots down deep in critical situations. We missed some front ends. Again, we turned it over and led to some easy baskets for them. But just our overall performance, I thought we played better. And we certainly got not very much time here to get ready for a good Illinois State team.
Well, speaking of that Northern Iowa game, we were fortunate enough here locally to have it on Fox Sports Midwest Television, so we had the chance to see it. And it did look, and you mentioned there, a lot of maybe a few missed opportunities along the way. I know Agidius had some issues trying to get baskets to fall. Was that just one of those things that you chalk up to it just wasn't meant to be kind of thing? Because, again, like you said, they were little, just right under the basket kind of shots that would just bounce off the rim. Or was that Northern Iowa doing a good job in keeping you guys from having good looks at the basket?
Well, that probably more of us, just our ability to have better concentration and just finish those plays. We work on those things every day in practice. Agidius has been a great finisher for us, for the 3 years he's been here. And I think more than anything, nobody believes in Agidius' talents and ability more than our staff and our team. And I know that we'll get those shots to fall, but we got to have better concentration.
Well, you brought up the word turnover. It's hard to win when you get a lot of them. You guys have had several games this year, though. You controlled the ball very well. But that UNI defense is one of the better in the country, and that's why they're ranked in the top 10. But there were a lot of turnovers in that game. Is that something that you've worked on in practice this week? I'm sure you have. But how do you try to control the turnovers?
I promise you, from the day we walked on campus 8 years ago, that has always been the number one asset. The number one area that we wanted to be really good at is taking care of the basketball. And as you said, and I believe, and when we've done a good job of that, we've had tremendous success. And when we haven't, it's really cost us. And really, Northern Iowa is good defensively. They've got some length, but again, it goes back to us and our ability to have good concentration, to be fundamentally sound, to make a fake before you make a pass, to not try to dribble between three defenders, to make sure you're catching the ball before you try to make your move. Just things like that. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating for the players. It's frustrating for us. And we do things in practice to concentrate on that. I think I've talked on this show before, where we run offense in the half court without using the dribble, where guys got to pivot, you got the defender right in your face for the entire possession, and guys got to really cut, screen, meet passes. So there are things, finishing against pads each and every day. And we do that so guys can have success, which will establish some confidence where your hope is that you respond much differently in the games.
Well, you drop a couple in a row, and for the casual fan that doesn't necessarily follow the MVC or really follow U of E that heavily, all they see is you lose a couple of games. They're like, well, okay, that's how Evansville does it. We brought up on the show earlier this week, it just kind of frustrates myself and Ryan as well, that a lot of times people don't realize that's where the bar is set in this conference, especially, is with this Wichita State and UNI team. And this UE team, and I want you to speak on this because they're your guys, and They go all out every game. This is a good basketball team, regardless. I mean, you lost a couple of games to two top-ranked, the top 15 ranked teams in the country. But for the casual fan, then right away it's, well, here we go again, same old thing. UE has a decent season, and then toward the end they fall apart a little bit in the tournament. They drop out, and then we'll wait till next year. But that's not the case, Coach.
Well, I appreciate your kind words. It means a lot. And our guys do work hard. I would put their work ethic and their togetherness, camaraderie against anybody's. And we want to get to where Wichita State and Northern Iowa is. That's always been our goal. That will always be the goal here. And we looked at those as great opportunities for us. And, it's on us. We didn't get the job done. But it wasn't because of our lack of effort, lack of, guys, wanting to do it. We got beat. And, now, we have a new challenge. That's Illinois State. They put it on us as good as anybody all year long up there. They are very athletic. They play extremely aggressive. We're going to have to be really good. And, we got back late yesterday. We got some work done. We'll get some work done today. And then at 1 o'clock tomorrow, we got to be soaked up. We got to be ready to compete. We got to play great for 40 minutes.
Talking to U of E men's basketball coach Marty Simmons on the Menard Studio Hotline. It's Ford and O'Brien on ESPN Evansville 105.3 and online ESPNEvansville.com. When I was watching that Northern Illinois game the other night, Coach.
Northern Iowa. You always want to call them
I always want to call them Northern Illinois. I don't know why.
That's a whole other state,
I put them in the wrong state and everything. When I was watching, let's just go with UNI. Let's just do that. That way I'll be in safe territory there. The announcers on that game had mentioned the number of minutes that Ballantyne plays. He's averaging somewhere in the ballpark of about 36 minutes a game. As the season drags on, and obviously I know all teams are kind of dealing with this, is that something that you concern yourself with, or is it one of those situations where you really just don't have much of a choice but to keep guys like DJ on the floor for that long?
Well, I mean, that's probably on me. I mean, I should probably do a better job. And at times this year we've done it, but a lot of times it's just time and situation. If we feel like we're in a good spot during the course of the game, we can get him out. I mean, he's certainly a big part of what we're trying to do on the offensive end. I mean, even when he's not scoring the basketball, he has the ability to get the ball to his teammates in good scoring situations. So, he's done it before. I played him a lot of minutes his entire career, but I think the best way would probably be to get him out just a little bit more.
Now, we mentioned, and you touched on it just briefly there a minute ago, but you wrap things up looking for that 20th win of the season coming up tomorrow inside the Ford Center as you get ready for Illinois State to come on in. Give us a few names from Illinois State. What do they do well? What do you guys need to do in order to get a win out of this and wrap up a 20th win on your season tomorrow?
Well, they're just incredibly athletic. They're very athletic. They got length. They've got great size. I mean, they're 6'8", 6'9", 250, 260 inside. They got 3 post players, and really their power forwards are big and strong and athletic as well. And so number one, just being in the attack mode, being ultra aggressive. I mean, just being ready to compete is first and foremost. The glass, they're a lot like Wichita State. They really go to the offensive boards extremely well. They can attack you with their dribble drive, their penetration. So guarding the ball will be important. And then they got guys that can really knock in threes. So being in the face and pressure and shots, and then offensively, what we talked about earlier. I mean, we turned it over at a high rate up in Bloomington, and that just can't happen. I mean, we just have to have a tremendous mentality that we're not turning the ball over. We're going to be ultra aggressive and take it to you, but we're not turning it over. And those are the things I think we have to really be good at if we're going to get this done.
That's University of Evansville men's basketball coach Marty Simmons getting ready for the final game of the regular season. Illinois State comes to the Ford Center tomorrow afternoon. 20th win for the Purple Aces on the line. Coach, best of luck to you. We'll talk again next week.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. Tomorrow is big. It's senior day, and we'll honor 2 of our seniors, Jalen and Rokas. And it's always at this program, forever. It's been a day where our seniors can really, have an opportunity after the game to speak, and it's kind of neat. It's very emotional time. A lot of memories over the last 4 years go through your minds and your bodies, and would just love to see, everybody come out and give these two guys all the support they can.
Tickets are available at Ford Center box office. Again, good luck, Coach. We'll talk next week.
Thanks a million, guys.